Right. Hi everyone, and it's lockdown being like a week. Today we invite Matthew Dawe, and which is a mortgage finance advisor. Say hello to everyone, Matt.
Oh, g'day guys. How are you?
Hi. Just Matt, tell about yourself, your service. Give us some introductions.
Yeah, I'm a mortgage broker and financial advisor. I'm accredited with all the lenders in New Zealand, and I can help people get pre-approvals, negotiate interest rates as well with banks.
Yeah. Okay, that's good because I think, Therese, we get a lot of clients have lots of questions during the lockdown, and people worry their finance, worry about the pre-approve. You probably got a lot of the questions. How about I give back to you and you talk about some questions?
Yeah, thanks for joining us today, Matt. Really appreciate it. And, as you know, you've worked with a number of our clients in the past, and particularly at this time, I'm sure it's a busy time for you as well. So we've had lots of questions from people that are in the process of buying and selling with us at the moment. So to kick off with probably what's one of the most asked questions is for people who've got pre-approval and, were just about to buy at the point that the level 4 lockdown came in. What are you doing with those people at the moment? Do they need to come back to you, and revisit it, or have you got something in place?
So usually pre-approvals cover a 2 or 3 month period. And so that gives you a good amount of time. So, and then usually after that, you can renew them pretty easily. So usually it's like a one-lined email, for example, to get another renewal for 2 or 3 months. So most people that are pre-approved are covered through the lockdown period. I think you were asking about settlements, were you as well, Therese?
Yes, settlements is the other one, of course, because people that are coming and they're due to settle in the lockdown period, we've made some changes and negotiated extensions. On some cases, we brought it forward and arranged rent backs from the new owners. But in terms of a financial perspective, what are you finding your clients are asking you, and what provisions are you putting in place?
So the Auckland District Law Society came out, at the start of the lockdown and said that, moving in the time, when you settle in the lockdown, you can't actually do that. And also there are other complications too with verification of identity to get the loan issued.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to go into a bank to do that, so they have to cite you to open the bank account so you can actually settle. So that's not allowed either unless you are elderly or it's an essential service, and banks are only open for generally 3 hours every week at the moment, apart from their wholesale broker units and credit departments, etc. So what I found, I had 2 that were due to settle even close to the start of the lockdown. It was looking like we were going to settle. The solicitor told me that they were going to settle. Everything was good to go. Lending was done. And then at the last minute, they got postponed. And most of them are being postponed to 10 working days after the lockdown has finished. The District Law Society has said that their view on it is that the lockdown period is not working days.
It's just actual days. Yeah.
They're just holidays or something, so they don't actually count. So that's what I've found.
Cool. So leading on from there, in terms of people who are buying during the period, because we're still taking offers from people, and obviously, they'll be conditional, and we'll have to play out some of the services that we normally do, like building inspections after lockdown. But what's your advice to people who want to buy during the period?
I've actually had, because I've got people who are pre-approved who still want to buy. They still want to take action. They're either first-home buyers or they've sold their home and they want to buy another home that's bigger or whatever it might be. So there's still a lot of people who are still probably actively looking, and I've had 2 people go unconditional in the lockdown period. So obviously they can't settle, which is fine, but they've found a home that they like, and they've made offers and are either unconditional. For some people who are pre-approved, there's nothing stopping them, taking action. If they've seen a home that they like, that, as you mentioned, Therese, potentially they could be conditional offers. And then if they need to do anything like a building inspection or whatnot, then obviously they'll have to wait for the lockdown to finish. But there's nothing stopping them taking action, and on those properties. So people still need to sell, don't they? I guess.
Absolutely. And I mean, we're finding that. We're finding that people still need to move house. They need to buy, they need to sell. And we're experiencing actually quite a lot of activity at the moment because there's people who sold unconditionally and need to buy somewhere. So at the moment, we're still experiencing quite higher buyer inquiry. But from here, in terms of, the positives, what do you see happening around interest rates and things that actually will help the buyers going forward?
Well, yeah, on interest rates have been dropping for the last 2 years. Actually, if you go back 40 years, they've been dropping, and they've accelerated those drops in the last 2 years. And then in the last 2 weeks, there was another huge cut. So, traditional interest rates are very close to 3%, around that sort of area. So very, very low threes. So, you can't get cheaper than that. You're wondering how low can they go. So interest rates are extremely low at the moment. And, probably, I told somebody the other day, I said probably 50% of the applications that I'm dealing with, the clients are paying more in rent than they would, with the mortgage payments because the interest rates are so low. Yeah. So, it's pretty attractive.
And I think it's fair to say that's the lowest rates New Zealand's probably seen in a number of years, if not ever.
That's right. Yeah, it is. It is.
Just to say, Matt, thanks for joining us. Thanks for your time. It's really appreciated to share, your insight with our viewers at this time. Obviously, we'll keep people updated as and when things change and keep in touch with you. But we really appreciate you joining us and, talking about some of the really topical issues at the moment.
Really appreciate Matt joining us today. And I think a lot of clients maybe have a lot of other questions. And please leave all your comments under the Facebook page. And we're also going to leave Matt's all the contact details and the website under our Facebook page. And if you have any questions, you can direct contact with Matt. He's happy to hear all the questions and answer that. Hi.
Thank you.
Really appreciate that, Matt. Thank you to join with us today.
Talk again.
Cheers.